So here is the first screenshot of a text that I sent to my boss on Thursday, March 4th at 11 a.m. It says, by the way, do not invest in Bitcoin starting now. It's going to go down until November 21. Here is the second screenshot of a text that was sent to my ex the same exact day, March 4th. 2021, and it said withdraw from Bitcoin now until the end of the year. It will go down consistently until then. And then later in the conversation I say at the end of the year Bitcoin will go back up. So now here is the ephemeris for the month of April 2021, when Bitcoin's price was at its highest on, I believe, the 13th, Tuesday the 13th. Now, I have an explanation for the drop that occurred and still occurring. I mean, even though it's getting better now, we can call it a crash, I guess. I have an explanation. So there's several things that are involved. First, it would be the transit of Neptune that you can see in the second column from the right. So Neptune is in Pisces right now, and it was at 21 degree 46 on the 11th, 2 days before the highest price. And I believe this transit caused the massive drop. Probably not on its own, but definitely participated to a major drop. You can see it on my chart in red. I circled it in yellow. It occurred at 21 degree 46. So that's one. Now, there's something else that occurred is Uranus transit was in Taurus, is still in Taurus, and was exactly squaring the north node of Bitcoin on the 10th. So in a very short amount of time, there was two major slow planets aspecting directly Bitcoin's chart, and that's what caused the drop. Now, there is something else that caused the drop and can be explained using the zodiacal release. It's an ancient technique, very interesting technique that highlights peak periods and is very interesting to me. And here's the page showing the zodiacal release, part of it anyway. The L2 period for Bitcoin was in Leo, and it started on August 3rd, 2020. So we have to look at the ruler of the sign, which is the sun, and also Jupiter is exalted in Leo. So we look at both the sun and Jupiter, and they are both in Capricorn in Bitcoin's chart, which is very important. So we look at the sign of Capricorn on the L3 period, and the sign of Capricorn is showing at the very end of the L3 period, is showing the start of the Aquarius period, which is the peak, the 10th peak, starting from Fortune. So it's a very important peak. And that's what happened on the first day of the Aquarius peak, right after this rise that happened in pricing during Scorpio period, Sagittarius period, Capricorn period especially. So on April 13th, what happened is we entered into a peak period, and that's when the price peak occurred. So that's about it. That's what makes me feel that April 13th was very important. Now we'll see in different videos about what could happen, especially before January 2022. But I have to study a little bit longer, a little bit more, especially the end of the year, because I haven't really got into it.